Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Well, take a look at what's ripping and rolling. Don't go chasing green candles. Stay focused, just a distraction. This coming from Nerd Nation Unbox on Twitter. Posting this, guys, the Doge price chart. Doge has been on fire, and I wonder why. This is just a tweet from Watcher Guru. Twitter updates its website logo to the Doge logo. Yeah, take a look at what Elon Musk has done, replacing the Twitter bird with the Dogecoin dog. And so this has in fact caused some FOMO for the Dogecoin price. As you guys can see here, Dogecoin on the daily, take a look at that volume, the spike over the last couple of days. Now, yesterday was when it really started. Did go as high as about 10.5 cents, almost 10.5 cents. Did retrace a little bit yesterday. Let me throw this on the hour for you guys. You can see that retracement, but today continuing to move to the upside. But as Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unbox says, do not go chasing the green candlesticks. This is no strategy for trading. I know the FOMO might get at some of you guys, but resist the temptation, please, please, please. Well, I mean, that's not financial advice. You can technically do whatever the heck you want. Not something I would do, though. Andrew's here pointing something out. The coins that Jim Cramer was negative on a few months ago.
I'm negative on the XRP and the Litecoin and the Dogecoin because I've yet to find anything that anybody who really takes them.
What? Doesn't even make sense. XRP here, guys, on the daily, or rather on the hourly. We're trading a little bit lower today, 49.5. But, you know, XRP has seen quite the rally as well, despite Jim Cramer's proclamations. And yes, although we have seen a bit of a retracement now over the last several days, XRP did, let's not forget, XRP did reach a high of 58.4. So touching this level of resistance that we saw back in September, which is in fact old support from back in January of 2022. So let's not forget, guys, that is a very, very important level and going to be a tough nut to crack. Nevertheless, we did reach that level. So a retracement, guys, completely natural, completely healthy at this moment in time. We also got to remember too, okay, let's just take a look at this XRP retracement. If you guys are feeling a little bit down and out that the XRP price is moving downward, this retracement so far, only about a 17.5% retracement since this high down here, went down to a low of about 48.2. Now it's hovering at about 49.5. So let's remember that, 17.5%. And even when you take out the anomalies like this is when the lawsuit was announced. Or do you remember who was here for the pump group when the price of XRP went up and then came crashing back down again? Let's just take a look at some of these other retracements here just to give you guys a quick sense of a real kind of, a real type of retracement that has occurred on the XRP chart. If we were to take it from the top up here, okay, February 2021, and a couple days later did go down here. That is a 43.37% retracement, so way more than 17.5%. Even up here, once we were getting very close to this inter-year high back in 2021, we did see XRP retrace 23.3% before moving up. So, guys, this is par for the course, and I'm actually quite happy that we are getting rejected at this significant level here. It gives sellers time to take profits and essentially exhausts the sellers of XRP. And hopefully we will see renewed interest for the buyers to make the price of XRP go beyond 58 cents, hopefully topping out in and around here next. Okay, so that would be these former levels of resistance here from back in 2022, early 2022 at about 91 cents. So we're just taking our time with this, guys. Bitcoin, real quickly here, Bitcoin trading at about 28.2. So again, still not really doing too much in terms of movement, but we are going to keep our eye on all those cryptocurrencies. I don't know if you guys have been using the BITRUE exchange. They just released a statement here. Ricky Bell Jr. on Twitter posted this: no more BITRUE for U.S. citizens. So if you guys are using the BITRUE exchange and you do live in the United States, BITRUE should have posted this announcement for you. Unfortunately, due to regulatory uncertainty in your region, we are currently unable to offer services in the U.S. We hope that you have an understanding of this situation. Your kind understanding is highly appreciated, and I'm sure that they are giving some kind of a leeway, some kind of time frame to get your cryptocurrency off their exchange if you are still holding crypto on the BITRUE exchange. Sento Sumo Saba also shared this. Thank you for sharing. I'm so disappointed in the United States. I was one of the first 5 ambassadors for BITRUE official in 2019, and Curtis Wang has done his absolute best to bring adoption to the crypto space and gave XRP holders a leg up in trading pairs. That was the thing about the BITRUE exchange, and still is technically. so many XRP trading pairs. It's great for XRP holders specifically. Curtis Wang of BITRUE did in fact respond. Thanks, Eddie. We always tried our best for what we believe. As the US tightens regulations, my team and I are working around the clock to develop compliant solutions for seamless access to the world of crypto. Yes, let's keep fighting the changes. So they might be back. It's not a done deal. I mean, similar to the BITREX story that we heard the other day. I haven't really touched on this, but it was floating around the crypto Twitter as well. BITREX crypto exchange shutters U.S. operations due to regulatory uncertainty. And so, with regards to that, some of the details here, the exchange said trading will be allowed on the platform until April 14th. BITREX added that it would focus on the growth of BITREX Global. Obviously, U.S. regulators have played a large part in this as well. And then they mention here, Kraken Exchange shuttered its staking services along with Coinbase for now. Coinbase is now in the sight of the SEC. So a lot of exchanges now experiencing a lot of this in the United States. And so another reason, guys, get your crypto off the exchange, because we just don't know which is going to be next. And I mean, not just even in the United States. It could be anywhere. Luckily, in Canada, we are seeing a merger occur. So WonderFi Technologies, CoinSquare, and CoinSmart have combined their efforts and will offer one of the largest regulated, so they mention it here, regulated crypto asset trading platforms in the world, and will provide Canadians with a wide range of diversified products and services, including both retail and institutional crypto trading, staking products, B2B crypto payment processing, and will also soon include sports betting and gaming. The combined company will have transacted over $17 billion since 2017 and have over $600 million in assets under custody, with a registered user base in excess of 1.65 million Canadians. And a Canadian user sent me this email from CoinSquare specifically. We're happy to tell our users that today CoinSquare, WonderFi, and CoinSmart signed a definitive agreement to combine. By bringing together our three businesses, we will strengthen our position as Canada's largest regulated trading company for crypto assets. So crypto being regulated in Canada, and looks like some of these exchanges have already gotten their ducks in a row, realize that Canadians want to trade crypto and are giving them a solution to do so. So this CoinSquare user, your CoinSquare account is unaffected and no actions on your part are required. We look forward to continuing to provide you with the same exceptional customer support you have come to know from our team. That's what I've heard from people using CoinSquare. They love the customer support there, and I do believe they are actually open for business in other countries, not just Canada. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Anyway, this is what's happening on the regulatory landscape. I also happen to see this from Nerd Nation Unboxed. Ethereum co-founder Anthony Diorio, he says Ethereum did things right. Okay, comparing Ethereum to Ripple, and basically stated that Ripple did things incorrectly, and this is why they're in the problem they are in. Listen to this.
But that was my contribution, was a lot of the structure, the initial funding, the planning to make sure that what we did wouldn't have any consequences down the road, because if we had gone the full-on developer way they wanted to do things, we would have done the crowd sale right at the beginning, and we probably wouldn't be it wouldn't be a situation where Ethereum would be where it is right now. You maybe would have ended up more of a Ripple situation or something else. So we had to do things properly, and we offered a lot of the guidance to make sure that it got done right initially.
You can't make this stuff up. Cocky MFers, aren't they? Well, Mr. Hubert also pointing this out. The SEC filed the lawsuit against Ripple at the very same time Ethereum launched the Beacon testnet for Ethereum 2.0. So the timing, guys, couldn't have been more, dare I say, coincidental? Probably not a coincidence. In 9 days, Ethereum will launch the final step of the transition and enable unstaking, the very same time the SEC lawsuit ends, or at least when we will assume the SEC lawsuit will end against Ripple. What are the chances? So he's just posting this article from March 30th, so just about a week ago, stating this Ethereum update. Coincidentally, not so coincidentally, around the same time that we are expected to get a Ripple lawsuit verdict. Things that make you go, Although I'm sure at this point, there's so many red flags and so many flashing beacons to suggest that Ethereum has been in bed with government since the beginning, since day one. And, they were always going to get that free pass just because of their relationship, wanting to help foster the legacy banks and the legacy system. So are you guys really surprised? Still waiting for that damn verdict, though. Mike Manfield here on Twitter posting this with regards to Ripple partner Valente. They are going to be the ones facilitating the FedNow transition. They're the technology that's going to be implemented in the back end of FedNow. Well, now Valente Technologies, the leading global provider of cloud payments and financial messaging solutions today, announced a strategic alliance with HCL Tech. This is another global tech company. Together, the companies will drive payments modernization to help financial institutions keep up with fast-paced digital disruption taking place across the industry. Down here, it says this will enable financial institutions to quickly deploy solutions for instant payments, real-time gross settlement, or RTGS payments, and multiple low and high-value domestic and international payment methods. So, of course, Volante Technologies leveraging RippleNet. This is a no-brainer for them. The companies will jointly support centers of excellence in India and Romania to support the configuration, customization, integration, and implementation of Volante's ecosystem of business services for payment modernization. And here's a quote: "Our partnership with Volante will help our clients operate in a stable, scalable, and flexible payment ecosystem and develop faster time-to-market capabilities. With HCL Tech's decades of systems implementation expertise within payments in the banking industry, as well as deep cloud technology experience, HCL Tech and Volante will enable a tremendous impact in the areas of payment as a service for financial institutions and help banks modernize their payment infrastructures." So specifically focusing on India and Romania. Two very different countries, random choices, maybe not so random, I guess just depending on what the deal consists of. Nevertheless, Ripple partner Volante Technologies moving in that direction, helping to implement more real-time, fast cross-border payments, likely leveraging RippleNet technology. So wanted to thank Mike for posting that. I also happen to see this, and I feel like they kind of maybe got the point, maybe kind of halfway. FedNow could outcompete almost every crypto project in existence. This one coming from Ian Binns here. So, I mean, we've been talking about FedNow and the implications that FedNow could have on, the American economy specifically. FedNow is meant for domestic payments. So, I mean, utilizing XRP, in terms of their first phase, I don't think is going to be realistic. And I know they have even stated that we're not using XRP, or we will not be using XRP at the moment of its release. That is not to say that they won't use it down the road. I mean, who knows? And we don't have any kind of information on how FedNow is going to grow organically. It could be that, cross-border payments are eventually needed. Therefore, the Ripple implementation through Volante will already be there in the back end ready to use. But here, they've been criticized by the crypto industry, saying they'll basically make a whole bunch of crypto projects, obsolete. Here down here, it says instant peer-to-peer payments with irreversible finality. When it's integrated into the vast majority of U.S. financial institutions, FedNow will allow instant USD settlement between U.S. residents, peer-to-peer, business-to-business, and business-to-consumer. So, you don't really need XRP for that. And I guess what they're saying here is that, all these other types of cryptocurrencies and stablecoins are not going to be necessary. For the first time, it will allow many financial institutions to settle payments with other institutions instantly. This feature will eliminate the usual 3 to 5 business day timing of legacy payment settlements. As a result, it will give payees who rely on cash flow reliable intraday access to cleared funds. There was also this talk that FedNow could accelerate a run on the banks should the US dollar take a severe dive. And so a double-edged sword, maybe. I mean, the technology is so efficient that, it would in fact allow users to take money out of the banks quicker at an unprecedented rate, more than we've seen in the past. It's also stating that, a lot of these crypto projects may become obsolete because of this specific technology, now that you can send payments instantly. And again, guys, this is domestically, so this has nothing to do with cross-border payments, and this is why I guess they have stated XRP implementation will not be used. But we got to remember what Christine Lagarde has said with regards to cross-border payments, and we got to look beyond the borders of the United States because, guys, the world economy, this is where the big money is. This is an older clip of Christine Lagarde, and I wanted to play you guys this just to remind you what she said about Circle and Ripple.
Certainly see potential for CBDC. Digital currency is what I'm referring to. I tell you, what we are seeing, and it changes so fast in a matter of 1 year. The crypto assets at large have lost about 85% of their value in a matter of 1 year. What we are seeing at the moment is what Carlos was referring to, which is, development into new technologies that will actually change the way in which intermediation is conducted, eliminate some of the barriers, including the unconscious biases that exists out there. And I think in the banking system at large, in many countries, the difference will not be between those who are disrupted and those who survive, but it will be between those who are cannibalized because they are not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm using cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of a striking, horrible word, but it's really what it means. It's you're going to disrupt your business model, you're going to change it, you're going to reduce your cost, you're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to continue to inspire confidence because you will build that on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship that you've established with your customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
Circle and Ripple, Christine Lagarde giving those two specific examples. Now, again, this was near the beginning of all this talk of central bank digital currencies and digital currency implementation, a brand new system. Fast forward several years, we've got the FedNow service coming online in a few months, but suggesting, the disruption, the companies that are not going to be ready are going to be caught off guard are the ones that are not going to adopt. And, the companies that are going to help adoption move along are, in Christine Lagarde's opinion, Circle, Ripple, just to name a couple. So, although these types of articles are coming out, could FedNow completely, create, basically, could FedNow outcompete almost every other crypto project in existence? I do not think I would include Ripple and XRP or Stellar and XLM or those types of companies in this example. Maybe, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, obviously, if you're going to transfer value through Bitcoin, that's not going to really fly. Or maybe if you, have another stable coin that is unregulated, that might also not be a solution compared to FedNow. Nevertheless, we do need these complementing cryptocurrency projects in order to help move this along. Now, we've been talking a lot about this crash, this huge cataclysmic event that could bring the US dollar down, essentially bring markets down. I mean, right now markets, let's bring up the SPY right now, the S&P 500. Right now markets, they're teetering at this moment in time. We are still kind of in a wait and see period to see how stock markets are going to react. This structure, though, not looking very good. Certainly very, very different than what we have seen over the last decade, dare I say decade and a half. Let's put this on the weekly. S&P 500 has been basically rallying since early 2009. So almost a decade and a half, and now we're getting this kind of structure here. If the US dollar does go down, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest it is heading in that direction, the theory goes as such: everything loses value, or many things. Panic, panic, panic. There's going to be a run on the banks. Who knows what else there'll be? Food shortage. There could be a lot that happens in conjunction with this in the United States. In certain countries, it might be different in other countries. Nevertheless, the theory goes everything needs to be brought to the ground in this great reset. And as we've been saying in the XRP community, something needs to rise from the ashes. Many of us think this will be the Phoenix XRP coming to the rescue. Coincidentally, maybe not so coincidentally, we'll be getting clarity from Judge Torres at the same time. Which brings me to this, guys. Merlin on a roll on Twitter seems to be in line with everything that is going on. What a trip. Hold strong. All will go to zero. Then the ISO coins will reset with the backed total value. XRP rises like a phoenix from the ashes. Once the revolution occurs, it'll be unlike anything we've ever witnessed. Now, we've been seeing XRP price glitches or people have been reporting XRP price glitches on their particular exchanges. Well, here's another one, and in this particular case, XRP has gone to zero. Zero, you say. If the 50,000 plus moon glitches are no coincidence, surely this one isn't either. Ashes from which the phoenix rises. Thoughts? So, just bringing this up from Father Woody here on Twitter, the most recent of the three occurrences. So this didn't happen just once, guys. This happened 3 times, according to Father Woody here. I can see lasting 10 minutes from 9:30 to 9:40. So the price of XRP down to zero on these particular exchanges. And of course it is a glitch. I don't know what exchange that was, what exchange he was looking at, because as per, this exchange here, for example, this is a chart from Bitstamp. We have not seen that same glitch where XRP went to zero, dipped down to zero for 10 minutes, and then back up. So this obviously begs some more questions. And I got to remind you guys of this, okay? Lord Vendetta posted this recently. I remember this document from a while ago, but with regards to this level playing field and the Internet of Value, this new shift will shift us into a level playing field. At the moment, we have an American-led order with the dollar being in the middle of everything. Previous financial crashes and the Triffin's dilemma have shown that this is not feasible and cannot continue indefinitely. So again, just going to this idea that the dollar will collapse. China, Russia, the United Nations, the World Bank, the IMF have all called for a supranational currency. So again, we got to fast forward and put ourselves in a 2023 mindset now. This is all happening. China, Russia, the BRICS countries, all these countries are now working together to essentially create a system where they can work without the US dollar, almost thumbing their nose at the United States and the USD. So he says, to enable IOV, you need to change the plumbing of every payment system in every jurisdiction in the world. Once the plumbing in every payment system in every jurisdiction is fixed, then we will know the real IOV, or the Internet of Value. How can you have instant cross-border payments if you still have rusty national payment systems? And that's Ripple's job. That's why we see it connected to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Morocco, Brazil, South Africa, France, Germany, England, USA, Canada, Mexico, Uruguay, China, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, Nigeria, Argentina, and more. So Ripple already has these partnerships in all these different countries. Ask yourself how Ripple has access to the systems of all countries. Because it has a mission, and no other company has the same mission as it does. Its mission is to change the plumbing of the world's financial system to enable the Internet of Value and a level playing field. And we've heard Brad Garlinghouse use that term before. That we are the plumbers creating the system that is essentially going to interoperate with all the financial systems in the world. And this was way, way, way before we were hearing about countries, the BRICS countries, working together to create their own SWIFT system, essentially. The work in the education has been done since 2012, even before that. Now we have to live the events that will push the Ripple system to be used by any jurisdiction on this earth. And among the events is the banking crisis and de-dollarization. So let me bring you guys back to this here. Okay, this was a document from 2017. And I guess I should give you guys some context. This is from eCurrency, originally posted on this website, Cepal.org, okay? Talking about digital finance, and again from 2017, digital fiat currency, or DFCs. And in this screen grab here, you guys can see it here. It's kind of blurry. Actually, let me just bring it down here. You can see it better here. DFC, digital fiat currency. And basically, they're just educating people on what it is. Remember, this was back in 2017. What it is and what it is not. So it is central bank issued, it's a fiat currency, it's legal tender, it's sovereign denomination, true to these three tests: medium of exchange, store of value, and a unit of account. So essentially defining a central bank digital currency. What a DCF is not, okay? And just bear with me here, it is not a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it is not a private digital currency like Citicoin and Settlecoin. It is not a virtual currency. I'm going to get to this one in a second. And it is not distributed ledger technology. And then the middle one here, it is not a supra-national currency like Ripple's XRP. So let's just forget about what it is and what it's not for a second. Let's just focus on what they are defining XRP as. They are, in fact, defining XRP as a supra-national currency. Now, remember I told you this was from Cepal.org. Who is this organization, guys? Cepal.org, I've just translated this into English. Look at some of the things that they're promoting here. Agenda 2030. Even when I go here, some of the topics, gender issues, development planning, Agenda 2030, sustainable development and human settlement. So all these same talking points that are front and center with the World Economic Forum. And here you can even see they will participate this week in distinct discussions with the World Economic Forum in 2020. This was from 2020. Where she will address issues based on some of these topics like inequality, social discontent, etc. So this organization here, as you guys can see, connected to the United Nations, obviously has a connection to the World Economic Forum, the same organization over here that put out this document and did list XRP as a supranational currency. Christine Lagarde, also in and around this time, maybe a few years later, giving the example of Ripple as something that will complement the new financial system. So guys, all these XRP glitches on these exchanges are seeming very, very convenient, do they not? Anyway, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.